Okay, so basically, we mentioned that there's the transfer through solid, liquid, and also gas, but we never mentioned about vacuum. Vacuum is impossible to transmit any sound because you need the transfer of vibration between particles. Let's say you transfer your vibration to your neighbor. Okay, it's quite impossible to do it in vacuum. Vacuum, they have no particles at all. They have no particles at all. So then we also have this thing called echo. Okay, sound can be reflected. Sound can be reflected. Let's say I say something here and then I hear something here. Okay, so because of this there's echo. Echo, you just remember small h. What is small h? Small h stands for smooth and hard surface, and this is a good echo producer. Okay, good echo. It makes good echo. And what is sorrow? Okay, sorrow is actually good absorber. Means this is a soft and rough material. Do you know? You can think of this as cinema. In cinema, the walls of the cinema is actually padded with cushion and all that. Even in concert halls or even in places where music are played, they have very large curtain, okay, to absorb the sound so that there won't be so much of echo. Because when echo gets reflected, it will also mix around with other sound sources and it can cause quite a noise. Okay, so you just remember small h and sorrow. And devices to overcome hearing defect, you can read up on your own. And stereophonic hearing with 2 ears will help you to hear better. Try to close your one ear and hear. So the next thing is stimuli and responses in plants. Just remember the keyword: light is photo, gravity is geo, water is hydro, touch is thermo, chemicals and temperature. All these are affecting the plants in some ways. Okay, tropism is growth responses to external stimuli. External stimuli is something that causes disturbance from outside. Okay, positive tropism means you follow it. Negative tropism means you against it. Example, this is roots inside roots. So these roots are actually positive geotropism, but this roots is actually negative phototropism. Okay, negative phototropism. So remember, positive is follow it, negative is against it. Then we have Gnostic movement. Gnostic movement is quite obvious, independent of direction of external stimuli. It can be any direction. Example, this Gnostic movement is like they don't care anywhere. This is Mimosa pudica. And also we have the Venus flytrap. So these two are the example of Gnostic movement, and they can move quite fast if there's any external stimuli. So the next chapter will be nutrition. Nutrition. When we talk about nutrition, we can talk about father, mother, very fat when playing congkak. Why so? Okay, when playing congkak. Okay, so father stands for fiber, mother stands for mineral, very stands for vitamin, fat stands for fat, you know. So this one stands for water, and this playing stands for protein, and this congkak stands for carbohydrate. Okay, so father, mother, very fat when playing congkak. And let's consider carbohydrate and fat first, carb and fat. So this one is in the ratio of 1:2 in terms of providing energy. They are the energy provider. Okay, but the disadvantage of fat is tends to turn into the body fat. You can look at me as a fine example. Okay, but so carbohydrate is a much better alternative, and basically they have carbon, hydrogen and oxygen within their system. Okay, so when we talk about carbohydrate, we also must talk about sugars. Okay, there are all types of sugars. Example: glucose, sucrose, lactose, maltose. Okay, so because of this, we also have other types, which is starch. Starch is the plant, is some kind of sugar stored in plant. Because of photosynthesis, they make starch. And we have glycogen. Right? This glycogen is sometimes commonly called animal starch as well. Animal starch stored in animal cell. This one stored in plant cell. And then we have cellulose. Cellulose is the substance that build the plant wall. Cellulose build plant wall. Okay, build plant's wall. So the next thing will be fat. Fat is less oxygen. That's right here, fat. Fat, there are two types. One is oil. Oil usually comes from plants. Okay, and then you have also fat. Okay, this fat, in terms of this liquid base, and fat is actually solid base. Solid base normally comes from animal. Okay, then we have protein. Protein is like a car mechanic. Okay, it helps us to repair. It helps us to build the old tissue or the spoiled tissues. And then it also builds enzyme. Enzyme is the substance that could break the nutrition into smaller pieces. Okay, enzyme. And then you also build hormone. Okay, what's so important about hormone? Hormone, you can have reproduction hormone. Okay, that's responsible for the boys' hormone and the girls' hormone. But of course, hormone is just not restricted to reproduction. It's also used in, okay, example, adrenaline hormone. Adrenaline hormone meaning in very emergency or tense situation, they release adrenaline hormone to strengthen maybe your muscle or take in more oxygen so that you can run faster from, let's say Mr. Ng is chasing you, so you are running away because Mr. Ng is a big monster. Okay, so you have to run even faster. Your body will automatically help you to run faster. Okay, or you can feel it when you play roller coaster or any exciting games. I remember I saw this YouTube video where an old man is trying bungee jumping. After he jumped down, his pants actually is become wet, and the wetness is actually brown colored. So our body has reactions in certain situations. And so the next thing is vitamin. Okay, vitamin, a few important things. Other than referring to chart, you can see there's a place called fat soluble, meaning they are dissolving themselves. The vitamins dissolve themselves in fat. So how do I remember this? You just remember adik gemuk. Because vitamin A, D, E, K, they can be dissolved in fat. So this adik gemuk. Okay, the others is just BC. Busy what? Busy playing water. Okay, so water soluble. B and C, water soluble. You see, vitamin C will actually be killed off when you cook with water. Because when you cook with, because I think some of you put oranges or lemon in the chicken. So if it is mixed with water and under certain temperature, the vitamin will just dissolve and disappear. Okay, so it's water soluble for vitamin B and C. You can refer to vitamin deficiency diseases chart for more info.